let you go.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
And and the lecture today will basically be drawn from my book. So the song I played for you before, Mamma Mia Dammi Cento Lire. Dear Mother, give me 100 lira, which was $20 at the time, because I want to go to America. Now, the Italians saw America as the land discovered by Amerigo Vespucci. So, not just the United States, but North and South America. So in the song, the mother says, I'll give you 100 lira, I'll give you $20, but don't go to America. But the daughter says, no, I really want to go. My brothers are there, and they say it's great. So the mother says, ungrateful child, I give you the money. Go, but you're going to regret it. And then on the voyage across the ocean, the boat sinks. And she's eaten by killer whales.
Oh my.
And as she's drowning, she says, Mother was right. I shouldn't have come. My brothers tricked me. So even though it sounds like a happy song, it brings out some of the heartbreak and tragedy of this vast movement. The Italian emigration is the largest in world history. 26 million Italians left from 1876 to 1976. And half of those left in the main years we'll be talking about before World War I. So in honor of Columbus Day, I wanted to talk about some of the ways the Italians abroad contributed to making Italy at home. Because Italy was a newly united country and really in the process of formation and development of its own identity, economy, and society. And all these Italians leaving really shaped the Italians at home as well. So we'll go through these different main points. But first I wanted to talk about how Italy was unified in the first place. Basically, Giuseppe Mazzini was this revolutionary Republican from Genoa in northern Italy, and he had the big idea to make Italy a united country following the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon had united Italy from the outside and had it all ruled by himself or his brother. So he united it under the French, but Mazzini had the idea, now in the 19th century we're going to go beyond. Instead of the French preaching the rights of man, the Italians will demonstrate to the world the duties of man. The duties of man to his family, to his society, and to his country. So he was basically an apostle of nationalism. And as you can see, he always wore black. He was in mourning because Italy was not unified. And he basically preached this gospel of nationalist unity. And he had the idea that once Italy and the other countries were all united, then Europe could be united as well. So he thought these empires ruling different countries, that's really a basis for instability and war. And if each nation is united and ruling itself, that will be the basis for lasting peace. So he also was a visionary of the European Union. But right after the fall of Napoleon, Italy was divided up into all these different kingdoms here in the different colors. And most of them were under the control of Austria. So Milan and the Lombard Venetian kingdom in the north, and then the Austrians also controlled Tuscany, Florence in the center, and then that also left the Pope ruling the peach-colored states of the church in central Italy, the King of Turin ruling the lands in yellow, and then the Spanish Bourbon king in Naples ruling southern Italy and Sicily. But Mazzini launched these revolutions and also spread the idea also to Turin to rule Italy and unite it. So Turin in this map is shown in pink, the kingdom of Piedmont and Sardinia, and they're successful in the first wave in 1859-1860 in uniting most of Italy, the southern kingdom of Naples, Milan, Florence, but not Rome, as you can see, and not Venice either. Mazzini was disappointed because he wanted Italy to be a republic, not a basically expanded Turin monarchy. But he was happy that Italy was being unified, and after 1870, the Italians also took over Rome from the Pope, but that still left out, as you can see, the lands in the center north and the northeast. So they're still Italians, not under Italian rule, not redeemed by unification and cohesion with the rest of the society, with the rest of the Italian people. And so they call this le terre irredente, the unredeemed lands. So even before mass emigration, there's already this idea that there are these Italians abroad, Italians outside the kingdom, who need to be watched over by the Italian king. And this develops into the movement called irredentism, to redeem these people, redeem these unredeemed lands and communities still under Austrian rule. So this Mazzinian idea of uniting Italy, bringing all the Italians together to make a greater mission and a greater unit, carries over directly into emigration. Because the same concern for the Italians outside the kingdom is also applied to the Italian immigrants. Now the emigration process was actually a nationalizing process. Because when people are in their town, they identify with their town against the neighboring towns. And then as they get more removed, say they go to Rome, they're still identified with their region or with their province or even their town. But when they leave Italy, they're called Italians. And they have an Italian passport. They've gone through national ports of departure. And everyone around them is calling them Italians. The United States and Argentina and Brazil and even France and Germany, they don't really distinguish between Sicilians and Lombards and Piedmontese and Venetians. They're just all Italian. So this huge emigration from Italy, which just increases geometrically across this period, just a geometric rise, really makes a big impact in Italy itself. In some ways it's embarrassing because Italy is united and now everyone's leaving. And even Mazzini had said that what little emigration there was before unification would end, because once Italy was unified, all their problems would be solved. But even when so many people are leaving, because they go through this nationalizing process, this increases their Italian identity in the end. So the pressures of industrialization in this period make emigration more necessary because so many people are pressured by the new markets entering the Italian market, raising competition and really putting a lot of pressure on peasant families in particular. But industrialization also makes